Hello everyone, welcome to another series of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day practice question. Question was Central Rice Research Institute or CRRI is located in which of the following cities of India? New Delhi, Amritsar, Cuttack or Bangalore? The correct answer is option C, Cuttack. Recently, the President of India has attended the second Indian Rice Congress at the ICAR National Rice Research Institute at Cuttack in Odisha. Hence, option C is correct. Central Rice Research Institute or CRRI was established on April 23, 1946 at Cuttack, Odisha. Subsequently, in 1966, the administrative control of the institute was transferred to the ICAR, that is the Indian Council of Agricultural Research. CRRI is one of the institutes of ICAR under Crop Science Division. The institute has two research stations, one at Hazaribagh, Jharkhand for carrying out rice research on rain-fed upland ecologies and the other at Gerua, Assam for carrying out rice research on flood-prone rain-fed lowland ecologies. Now let's begin today's session. First question is Mook Nayak and the problem of the rupee, its origin and its solution is associated with which of the following personalities? Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, Mahatma Gandhi, Jyotirao Phule or Rajendra Prasad? The correct answer is option A, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. Recently, the President of India has addressed the 10th convocation of Babasaheb Bhimrao Ambedkar University at Lucknow. Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar was the chief architect of the Constitution of India and a founding father of the Republic of India. In 1947, he became the Law Minister of the Government of India. He took a leading part in the framing of the Indian Constitution, outlawing discrimination against untouchables and skillfully helped to steer it through the assembly. Dr. Ambedkar had knowledge of 9 languages like Hindi, Pali, Sanskrit, English, French, German, Marathi, Persian and Gujarati. Mook Nayak Weekly 1920 and the problem of the rupee are associated with Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. Hence, option A is correct. Next question is consider the following statements regarding the office of governor. 1. The governor is the chief executive head of the state. 2. The state executive consists of the governor only. Which of the above given statement or statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2 or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option A, 1 only. Recently, the President of India has appointed former Supreme Court Judge Justice S. Abdul Nazir as the Governor of Andhra Pradesh. Part 6 of the Constitution deals with the government in the states. Articles 153 to 167 in Part 6 of the Constitution deal with the state executive. The state executive consists of the Governor, the Chief Minister, the Council of Ministers, and the Advocate General of the state. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. The governor is the chief executive head of the state. Usually, there is a governor for each state, but the 7th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1956 facilitated the appointment of the same person as a governor for 2 or more states. He is appointed by the President by warrant under his hand and seal. A governor holds office for a term of 5 years from the date on which he enters upon his office. However, this term of 5 years is subject to the pleasure of the President. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Hence, option A is correct. Next question is which among the following is the nodal agency of Government of India for monitoring earthquakes in and around the country? National Center for Seismology, National Institute of Ocean Technology, National Center for Earth Science Studies or National Tsunami Warning Center? The correct answer is option A, National Center for Seismology. Recently, a devastating and deadly earthquake that hit Turkey and Syria, a natural catastrophe that led to the death of more than 15,000. National Center for Seismology or NCS under Ministry of Earth Sciences is the nodal agency of Government of India for monitoring earthquakes in and around the country. For this purpose, NCS maintains a national seismological network consisting of 115 observatories spread across the country. The information of earthquakes reported by NCS is being disseminated to the concerned central and state disaster authorities. It is done in least possible time to initiate the adequate mitigation measures. Hence, option A is correct. The purpose is to generate inputs for constructing earthquake risk resilient building structures. It aims to reduce and mitigate the impacts of earthquake shaking and for minimizing the damages to structures and loss of lives for safer urban planning. Bureau of Indian Standards or BIS has categorized into several seismic zones, zone 2 to zone 5. Next question is, Teesta River is a tributary of which of the following rivers? Narmada River, Yamuna River, Luni River or Brahmaputra River? The correct answer is option D, Brahmaputra River. Recently, a senior government official of Bangladesh has stated that the country realistically stands little chance of getting any more Teesta River water from India's West Bengal. Teesta Water Agreement is yet to be finalized between India and Bangladesh. Teesta River is a tributary of the Brahmaputra, originates in the 𝐃𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢 glacier. It flows through the state of Sikkim and West Bengal before entering Bangladesh. The flow of the Teesta is the greatest during the summer, that is June to September, when the monsoon rains are heaviest and glaciers supply abundant meltwater. Its lower reaches are marked by flooding and frequent violent course changes. The Teesta Barrage is a dam that helps to provide irrigation for the plains between the upper Padma and the Jamuna. Hence, option D is correct. Next question is, consider the following. 1. The highest number of custodial deaths has been reported in Bihar in the last 5 years. 2. India has not signed the Convention Against Torture and Other Cruel, Inhuman and Degrading Treatment or Punishment on October 14, 1997. Which of the above given statement or statements is or are correct? The correct answer is option D, neither 1 nor 2. That is, both the statements are incorrect. Recently, the Ministry of Home Affairs has informed the Rajya Sabha that the highest number of custodial deaths have been reported in Gujarat at 80 in the last 5 years. This is followed by Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Bihar. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. The United Nations Convention Against Torture and Other Cruel, Inhuman or Degrading Treatment or Punishment, that is UNCAT, was adopted in 1984. It is the most important international human rights treaty that deals with torture and pushes for its universal eradication. The convention hopes to unite states to fight against torture and take affirmative action to prevent its use both domestically and as members of the international community of states. India has signed the Convention Against Torture and Other Cruel, Inhuman, Degrading Treatment or Punishment on October 14, 1997. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Therefore, option D is correct. Next question is, India celebrates its National Women's Day on February 13 every year on the birth anniversary of which of the following personalities? Ramabai Rana Day, Sarojini Naidu, Sucheta Kriplani or Aruna Asaf Ali? The correct answer is option B, Sarojini Naidu. Recently, India celebrates its National Women's Day on February 13 every year on the birth anniversary of Sarojini Naidu to honor and remember the life of one of India's greatest women. Sarojini Naidu, who is popularly known as the Nightingale of India. She was a legendary freedom fighter, poet and politician who made remarkable contributions to India's independence movement, women's rights and Indian literature. It is a day to recognize and celebrate the contributions of women in India and to empower and inspire young women to follow the footsteps of women like Sarojini Naidu. Under the G20 presidency, India has identified women-led development as one of the high priority subjects. It has also constituted an engagement group called Women 20, which is focused on gender equity. Hence, option B is correct. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding World Radio Day. 1. It is celebrated every year on 13th February. 2. The theme of this year is Radio and Peace. Which of the above given statement or statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2 or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, the Prime Minister of India has greeted all radio listeners, RJs and all others associated with the broadcasting ecosystem on the occasion of World Radio Day. World Radio Day is an international day celebrated on 13th February each year. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The day was decided by UNESCO in 2011 during its 36th conference. The day is observed every year to raise awareness among the public and the media about the importance of radio and to encourage access to information through radio. The theme for the 12th edition of the World Radio Day is Radio and Peace. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option C is correct. Next question is Pangong Lake is sometimes seen in the news. It is located in which of the following states or union territories? Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Ladakh or Lakshadweep. The correct answer is option C, Ladakh. India's first frozen lake marathon is set to be held on February 20. It will be organized by Indian Army and the Indo-Tibetan Border Police or ITBP. Pangong Lake is one of the most famous lakes in Leh, Ladakh. It derives its name from the Tibetan word Pangong Tso, which means high grassland lake. Pangong Lake, situated at a height of almost 4,350 meters, is the world's highest saltwater lake. Extending to almost 160 kilometers, one-third of the Pangong Lake lies in India, other two-thirds in China. Hence, option C is correct. Next question is the 14th edition of Aero India 2023 was recently started in which of the following cities? New Delhi, Visakhapatnam, Bengaluru or Kolkata? The correct answer is option C, Bengaluru. Recently, the Prime Minister of India has inaugurated the 14th edition of Aero India 2023 at Air Force Station, Yelahanka in Bengaluru. The theme of Aero India 2023 is the runway to a billion opportunities. It has witnessed participation of more than 80 countries along with 800 defense companies, including around 100 foreign and 700 Indian companies. In line with the Prime Minister of India's vision of Make in India, Make for the World, the event will focus on displaying indigenous equipment and technologies. Therefore, option C is correct. Last question is in the context of government policies and interventions, DHARA is related to groundwater management, food distribution, urban rivers or rural employment. The correct answer is option C, urban rivers. Recently, the annual meeting of the members of the River Cities Alliance is being organized by the National Mission for Clean Ganga in Pune. DHARA stands for Driving Holistic Action for Urban Rivers. DHARA 2023 will provide a platform for senior officials, including commissioners, chief engineers and senior planners of the 95-member river cities in India. The officials can co-learn and discuss solutions for managing local water bodies. The event has strong synergies with the Urban 20 or U20 initiative under the ambit of India's G20 presidency. One of the thrust areas of U20 is to promulgate urban water security. Healthy rivers have a vital role to play in enhancing the overall water security of the city. Therefore, option C is correct. Now it's time for the practice question. In the context of which of the following countries is the 𝐃𝐞𝐸 Padak mentioned in the news recently? Nepal, Cambodia, Japan or Bangladesh? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.